Okay, so we're doing another live streaming series. This is another one. We're going to express again the power of this miracle grass, the vetiver grass. It's called the Chrysopogon Z90. Now we've done about 3,700 videos on this powerful solution, okay, for global warming and food security and so many other benefits. Now this is a hedge. Okay, we've done multiple videos of this super hedge, and we've allowed this to mature and grow against all weather conditions due to the deep roots, okay, the deep roots of about 5 to 8 meters deep. Regardless of water, they continue on shooting, subject to the weather. But you can see the bamboo, and this is becoming quite dry and mature now because we're actually facing about 3 weeks or 4 weeks of no water, which is a real drought. But these are very, very old. They are, again, about 3 years old. These are bamboo shoots, okay? But I just love seeing how they continue on shooting when the moisture and the weather allows them to. Now, they survive through the droughts, through the floods, and continue on producing this beautiful fresh green leaf. See the leaf underneath? Now, all that's left with these older ones, several years old, that's gone through massive amount of harvesting, the biomass, the leaf. That's what it's all about, this from the dry leaf to this beautiful fresh vetiver leaf. That's the protein that you can make. You can hydrochar that and make HYDROCHAR, which is basically a replacement of coal. And this is the video that's leading up to our expansion and our Q&A sessions on talking about the multiple uses, okay, of this super grass, okay, and all its benefits from feedstock. Now, this is a research centre, and we're deliberately allowing certain age grasses, and we're observing the performance, and we're fertilising them with SOS organic fertiliser. Now, have a look at this, for example. This was deliberately left. You can see by those other plants here, we even test in the shade, and there's a lot of advantages when you do R&D, and you're observing and you're really taking note on the advantages of biomass production. You can see here, you can see that was 22 feet up at the top. It's about 12 feet now, and it's bent. If we straighten it, it'll go to the end of that pole there. So the height of this super grass is really remarkable. It's beyond, I mean, I have to share it with the world because it is the solution. Now, this is a beautiful example in here. Look at these bamboo shoots. It's getting a little hard as rock. You know, this bamboo shoot. And there is the knuckle, but have a look at the size. Look at my hand there, and have a look at the size of the bulb, and it's called an air bulb with roots. But look at the amount of shoots coming from that. So there's a locked up energy. There's so much energy, and it's due to the roots, and we do fertilize these grass on a strategic basis. Once again, this is for research. But this is how it grows, and it'll grow. It'll adjust itself to the environment it's in. I call it the survivor, the greatest survivor of all plants. Due to its deep roots, it can survive droughts and floods, and very high salt levels, and very toxic soils and sand and rocks. It's due to the amazing the strength and the structure of the roots, okay, creates this ability to draw up a lot of water very fast, subject to the moisture level. So basically, these live streaming videos is for the purpose of revealing, sharing, and educating the world that there is a plant that we call it the king of all biomass. And have a look at this. This is what happens. Is a very old, this is about 2.5, 3 years old. And you know, when it gets shaded, it still continues on producing massive volume. Hey, look at this, for example. I'll pull this out. This is coming from, look, I'll snap that off there. Okay, in fact, it's going to be stubborn. Yep, I just broke that off there, okay, just now. And I'll just grab this here and have a look at that. Then there's you got your bamboo shoot. It's very skinny. You know, like look at my thumb, and that's very thin. It's not. It is nothing compared to the thicker bamboo shoots. You can have a look at it compared to a young, fast-growing bamboo shoot with its knuckles, versus this very old one. But have a look at the air roots and the bulbs, the actual fully mature vetiver that's hanging off that. Look at the size of that. Now, due to these, we're highlighting the power of the biomass production from this one little piece here. You can see it again. And this is a very fast, now I just come over here earlier. Once again, we're deliberately researching that we know what to feed and when to feed, and why we are doing certain techniques. Look at this here. This is a solid, there's so much protein. With the deep roots, this is the highest protein level that any other plant. Now, the biomass of this can be transformed into and replace coal, fossil coal. Okay, and that's going to reduce our greenhouse gases. It's the ultimate breakthrough in global warming. Is generating coal, hydrochar. You make a char, and it's basically, it's the same benefit of coal. It's actually classified as a low-grade coal, but nevertheless, it is a coal. Now, this is really absolutely the world's solution. See, these depends on the age and depends what we're trying to achieve. We can actually tailor grow what we want. So you imagine, depending on, it could be the desert, it can be sandy, clay, acid, very low alkaline, very high soil. And this is the power. We can scale up. Now we got supply contracts to major projects, and we are also going into major feedstock growing. This is one of the greatest proteins for feedstock, animal food stock, okay, for fish and for cattle and goats. This is the #1 protein grass. And because I'm explaining about the power of the biomass, the prolific growth. Now we can cut, see all these ones here, they're being cut and they've all shot. We can actually cut this every month and produce literally tons of the greenest, highest protein. Look at the beautiful flower. It's still flowering. Look how high this is here. The flower continues on growing all year long. We notice that can last for several months. It's called we call it the king of all flowers. We call it the king of all flowers, then we call it the Christmas tree flower. Okay, we named it the Christmas tree flower because it's the shape of a Christmas tree. And yes, and what's under the Christmas tree is a present from Mother Earth. God created this for us, and it's a solution. There's so many, you know, most of the cures and most of the most important breakthroughs in the world are under our feet. It's the soil. It's going back to grassroots. It's going back to nature, grassroots. Again, have a look at this. When we deliberately tie it up, here's another tip. Here's a very valuable tip. By tying it and growing it close, it creates an environment that you can grow tens of thousands of this miracle grass due to the shade. Okay, there's certain times, so, you know, because all they do is creating, like, this is like a massive, huge tissue culture factory. And it's just a super growth plant, super growth, large, mature vetiver grass, Chrysophoca Z90. But we're very, very familiar with the power of multiplication. And when you've got these individual bulbs growing from the actual, from these knuckles. Have a look at this here, knuckle. There's one knuckle growing, another knuckle growing, another knuckle. 3 generations. We've had 6 generations. That's bamboo growing bamboo on top of bamboo on top of bamboo. We've got many, many videos, the proof of that. Now, I'll just show you another one just over here. This is a research centre. There's reasons and strategic reasons for those two. Okay, secret. This one here is a beautiful example. This is just pure water. They live in water. There's a poly bag. But have a look at the growth of that. That was harvested about 1.5 years old, and that pot can be harvested now every month, and it can grow about 1.5 to 2 feet high. But have a look at the density. So even in pots for backyard and for family and for animal pet food, this is a solution for massive ongoing harvesting of a plant that can feed all your animals. And you can supplement this into your existing animal stock feed and your pet food, your dog food. This is the most powerful miracle grass. And I've just got to swing over here. Okay, forgive the hand phone. I'm not using, just walking around. Here is a symbiotic partnership. This is a beautiful example. I did a video the other day. It's a 50-litre plastic bin, a 50-litre bin. But have a look at how much and how beautiful this papaya is. 2 very fast, healthy papaya. But it's only in this little bin. It's only half full. Okay, oh, sorry, it's only up to about here. Okay, 2/3 full. Now, it's to do with the complementary planting. This is called symbiotic planting at its best. The amount of nutrients and insulation and pest repellent. There's all these multiple benefits that this creates. So this is really back to the miracle hedge. Now, look, tomorrow's Sunday. Today's Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday, I'm going to continue on live streaming, going to different farms, answering those questions. I'm going to touch upon some very valuable areas for landslides and soil recovery and water and conservation. Okay, we're going into flood management and drought management. And the ideas, the creativity and the innovation that we're going to be sharing is of great commercial value. Okay, great commercial value. So we will continue on uploading. I'm still a dinosaur, you know. I'm trying to learn to be able to manage these videos I'm doing from our offices, from our sites, from our research labs. We are really going to be sharing. We understand the power of sharing freely. Okay, and it's these techniques and these ideas and this method, our IPs, intellectual property, we put huge value on that. We've never seen anyone else do what we're doing and saying. Okay, if we're wrong, please forgive us, and please send us the same type, exactly what we're sharing. Okay, because we haven't yet found it, but this is just the beginning. I think our 3,700 videos represents a powerful love and passion, and we know this is the solution. Now, just over here, I'll just want to reverse. I'm going to, a part of our live streaming series, all to do with biomass, right? Look how beautiful this garden is, all to do with organic. This is one of our 44-gallon drums. It's 200 litres. So it was cut on the 9th of the 2nd, 2024. We done a video and a picture on the 18th of the 2nd, 9 days ago. That was on the 18th, right? Now it's the, 23rd or something of the 3rd month, 2024. But have a look at the biomass, the leaf. Okay, now we got videos of it. There's the string. It went way above the house. I think this one was the 19 feet. But the biomass, or the width of this was the width of a 44-gallon drum. But you can see here how it's shot, how they've come out of the base of the bamboo and how they're shooting from the bamboo, okay, after we trimmed it. So this is what happens. When you trim, they just shoot like this. This is a beautiful example. This is a big mature bamboo shoot, the Chrysopocus N90. Now that went up to the top of the roof up there, 18 to 20 foot high, with massive leaf. That's what you call biomass. And every knuckle had these beautiful knuckles. They grow knuckles. They grow a bamboo shoot which have got knuckles. Bamboo growing bamboo on top of bamboo, top of bamboo. Okay, that's an Aussie old song. Okay, so and you can see here the energy that's locked up in these. Now the roots are only as deep as a 44-gallon drum. Okay, that's the only depth of that. But even in containers, this is going to grow back to, 18 to 25 foot again. And due to the maturity, now it's another year old. So this will be completely root bound. Now, because it's root bound, you can't grow anymore. It's full block of roots, right? Now, this is a very powerful situation there's our energy-free water energy pumps. We experiment with this powerful solution for our irrigation. Okay, so this is nature. This is a far more innovation and technology for water conservation as this plant. I can do more than pumps, but both of them are valuable. So this vetiver supergrass, when it's actually root bound in a 44-gallon drum, 200-litre drum, can you imagine harvesting the leaf every week? Every fortnight. Imagine leaving it for 2 weeks. This is only about 6 weeks now. Now, this, for the first 3 or 4 weeks, we deliberately, very little water, was measuring the amount of water it was taking up. So this is another part of our research, because when you're dealing with flood management, this plant symbiotically planted under palm oil trees and Musa King trees and all the different fruits and all the different trees around the world, it becomes the most powerful way of removing water. And we realize through our research and our internet research that we're able to prove ourselves by our own research and data that we've experimented is 45 to 50 litres a day. Okay, that one big cluster can suck up and bring up from the bottom. So this is one of the most powerful plants in floods and droughts. So if it's in a flood, it'll continue on sucking up from the base, from deep in the ground, and removing the water, the runoff water, the waterlogging area of the flood, the excess water. And that's what you want, because it's robbing the oxygen for the roots of trees, and that sets back and hurts the tree. It sets back the tree growth. Okay, so, and then when it's drought, the water, they penetrate deep into the subsoils where the moisture is, where the water is, and they keep bringing up that moisture. But what about when it rains? Even in the drought, it might rain for 1 day, 1 hour, and that water, it runs off. It doesn't sink. It doesn't go into the subsoil because it's hard. It's DSS, dead soil syndrome. If it's commercially grown crops with chemical, it's hardened soil. So what it does, the water runs and it penetrates and goes down the root system. And you imagine the root system, how deep they are. You've seen all the vetiver roots. They go straight down, vetiver straight down. So it brings water as a blotting. It brings water from the surface into the subsoil and continues on. Now look at this again. What a beautiful example. It wouldn't grow. This is another point. We've done this we've been researching for 36 years, nearly 38 years, I think, but guaranteed 36 years. Research and development, truly observing and spending money and time and energy in understanding this supergrass. Okay, and we are SOS Organic Fertilizer Manufacturers, organic waste management with commercial composting worms. We are focused on large-scale commercial worm farming. Now, because of that, we are going to do live streaming on large-scale waste management, also domestic home composting systems, commercial. We got techniques and systems. Our experience is, I believe, no one is ever on the internet in the history of the world, and I would not be proven wrong. If I am, I'd be very pleased to see that. Pleased. And what I'm sharing is we have discovered multiple breakthroughs with commercial worm farming, and it's the highest protein in the world. Now, this is a synergy, and to get together, combining the vetiver grass is the highest biomass, and we've grown it always together with all our waste management, organic waste management projects with the worms, because this is the water purification. The water stops water evaporation, the vetiver. And with the fertilizer, the highest quality liquid fertilizer from worm casts, the combination of a natural 100% fertilizer, this is what we call our closed loop system. This is our technology. Okay, so now we're happy to share this because we can offer consultancy services and our engineering services, our vetiver engineering services to the world. Okay, look at the car there, look at how high that is. Look at the biomass just rolling over the fence there, on the concrete fence. And this is not the biggest, this is not the largest. We've got so many videos of 22 and 25 foot. Okay, and we've deliberately, see that energy in that old hedge there? It's throwing out these big young ones because of the root system. So we deliberately allow that to take place. Okay, once again, thank you for this live streaming, and we're going to continue on live streaming even tomorrow. And we're going to be consistency weekly advance on this incredible opportunity to help to save the planet. Thank you from Vetiver Technology Solutions, and our YouTube channel is Vetiver Grass King SABAH. We are international. Thank you, thank you.